everybody. We are trying this for number 2. I'm running just a few minutes late because I thought I had went live and I had not, in fact, gone live. So for once, I was a crazy person talking to myself in my craft room. I told you. It happens, guys. It happens. Now let's see. Ah, there I am. Okay. All right. It's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. It's Friday. We ain't gonna let that get us down, right? Give me a shout out when you get signed in. Besties, sound off in the comments. I don't know. It's very glitchy today. But I'm on now. Okay. All right. We'll see if you guys can find me. I'm going to introduce really quick. Hello, my name is Jessie Terrian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all things papercraft. Happy Friday. Hey, Tammy. Sorry I'm late, my friend. So this is the card we're going to be making today. Super pretty, a lot of texture there, a lot of elements, but super simple. You know what I mean? We're going old school. We're going to do a little distressing. We're using the Charming Day bundle, which I have done a ton, but I love it. So, you know, what are you going to do? That's what I felt like today. Hi, Pam. Hi, Karen. Hi, Mom. How's everybody doing? Hi, Cheryl. I read your name and then read your comment. My brain glitched. Did you guys see it? It was crazy. It was like, how you guys doing? Is the weather holding out for you guys? Oh my gosh. So yesterday we're sitting there last night and it started to get warm in my house. My husband keeps it like a refrigerator, so it shouldn't have been warm. And our capacitor in our downstairs unit blew. So we had to, oh my Lord, can you hear that? I don't know what's happening upstairs. It's like they're moving furniture. It blew, and last year our upstairs unit went out. So yay for home warranty because they had to fix it and it didn't cost us. Yay! So now I have air conditioning. It's fabulous and we're good for another few years, hopefully. What are you going to do? I don't know why I keep freezing. Hopefully you guys aren't either. Let me know in the comments if you're good. Hopefully you are. Okay, I'm going to flip down. I will monitor the comments. We're just going to get started. Simple, simple card today. Here we go. Close your eyes if you get seasick. Boom. Okay. Let me let that catch up and see how we're doing. Good here. Okay, it must just be on my end. I don't know what's going on. It's Friday. What are you going to do? Ooh, the camera is super zoomed out today. I'm not mad at it, though. I got to bring the... Oh, well, sorry. I'll try to fix the cleavage shot. Although I did get that reminder about to wear an old low-cut shirt again. So, thanks. Thanks, phone. Okay. Ooh, under 80. That's balmy. Beautiful. Okay. So, here's the card. Very simple. I used the paper that coordinates with the Charming Day suite. I think they call it something else, but just used a piece of it. We're going to do some embossing, some distressing, and some coloring today, guys. Very simple. So let's just get into it, and as I use the items, I will tell you. Let me trying to block this glare. No, nothing I can do. All right. So I've got my little pile of some pre-done stuff, some stuff we're going to do together. We're going to do some stamping, some cutting, some embossing. So let's start with our stamping. I feel we'll just do it, we'll just go down the line. I just wanted to make something pretty today, you know? We had a rough, not really too rough, honestly, time yesterday. Just, you know, when anything breaks in the house, you always have a little bit of a panic, you know? You always go into worst case scenario. Those units are so stinking expensive, and we have 2. So it's just stressful. But we remained cool, calm, and collected. Thanks to George Foreman and his recommendation of getting a home warranty. See, I pay attention, people, sometimes. All right. And, oh, actually, I already did this part. I did this part, but since I stamped, all right, inked it up, why not, right? Why not? Okay. So what is going on this weekend? What is everybody doing? Good, I'm glad it's not hot, Cheryl. I know your side of the country was getting creamed with the heat. And we're gonna try to match that piece of DSP with our color choices. So I'm pulling in some blends. I've got Peach Pie and Timid Tiger. That is our color palette for the rose. So this is light Peach Pie, and you're gonna see how quick this is. I'm not super careful with these. I just kind of smush it around. I have to be honest. When it's done, it looks really good, and like I know what I'm doing, but it's the pens, guys. It's not me. If I were to do this with like a different marker or like a colored pencil or a crayon, you'd really see I'm not that good. I'm not that talented. It's the pens. Okay. So I'm just putting down some light Peach Pie. I believe this is light. Yes. Just making sure. Then I'm gonna go in with some light Timid Tiger. And actually I'm gonna use the broad side for that as well. Just smush it around, you know? Go along with the lines of the petals. Give it some low light. Oh, here comes our speed racers. Right on cue. One day I'm gonna go viral because that guy's gonna jump the curb and come through the craft room. And you guys will have to be like, calling 911 and be my witnesses in court, you know? I tell ya. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take some dark Timid Tiger and dot some of that. Okay, and I might go back, who knows, we'll just see how it all, I like to give it time to kind of marinate and let the colors do their thing and all that good stuff. Now I'm going to take some soft sea foam and I'm just going to lay down some color, and then we'll go back and we'll give it some low lights and we'll be done. See, I'm not being super careful. When I first got these markers, I was so nervous, I guess, about using them. And it really just took time to get used to it. And now I don't even think about it. And every time I just know it's going to look good. So I don't worry about it. I just smush it around on there and call it a day. Don't you wish all things in life were that easy? That's what I'm saying. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some light old olive. And I'm just going to go down the middle of each petal and be thick with it. Okay? Like that. Done. Now I'm going to go back with the fine tip old olive and do a little bit more where I think it might look appropriate, you know? Kind of stick in the middle. I think on that one I kind of went on the bottom of the leaves too. Just give it some shading. There you go. Okay. Just gives it depth. Now I'm looking at this. This looks pretty good. I think I'm just gonna hit it a little bit, just some blending at this point with the light peach pie. Just in case there were any spots that didn't get well smushed together, if you will. Okay. Very easy. What do you think? Pretty? Good color combos? I'm thinking we did something there. I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss, and we're going to, let me just get my layers down here, my plates. And I'm going to take that piece and I'm going to go into the Charming Day dies. Now we have some that coordinate with the stamps, which I'm going to use. And then we have some really pretty, just standalone, detailed flowers and leaves and stuff cuts. So you're just going to want to line this up. You'd be better than me. Use a piece of, like a piece of washi tape or mint tape or whatever you use to like secure your dies. Don't just go all willy-nilly, because see how my plates are so warped from use? That's normal. That happens, but your dies can wiggle like that. But if you're like me and you feel you do not have time for that, girlfriend, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have to be supportive and know what kind of a person and crafter we are. It's okay. I'm here to tell you, we can start a group. It's fine. Everybody will be fine. See? Turned out fine. Did it wiggle a little bit? Yes, but so did I. All right, so I'm going to take these plates away. And I'm going to grab the one for the emboss machine. I knew that looked weird. Still worked though. And we're going to put some texture on our DSP. So for that, I'm just going to grab the mini corrugated embossing folder. I love a good embossing on a card. We all know that. I don't know why. It's just my jam. All right. So there we go. Now we're just going to throw that through. that's what I got for that. Just gives it some texture, some interest. Yeah. It's not necessary. If you don't have one yet, don't feel bad. It's okay. But it is one of those machines that I feel every paper crafter should have in their arsenal at some point. That's just my personal opinion, though. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just taking a little dauber and some Early Espresso ink. And we're just going to go around the edges. Now, how many of you, this is like your go-to move? You are distressing every piece of paper that comes across your desk. How many of you are like, I really like the look of it, but I'm lazy. I think that's my category. I love it, but I forget about it. I'm like, you know, I get everything done and I go, oh, you know, that would look good. Or I see someone else's project where they've done it and I go like, man, I should start doing that again. When did I stop doing that? You know, anyone else feel me, or is it just me? Could be just me. Who knows? All right, so this is a great alternative to putting your mat. So when you mat your background page, you're just giving that little outline of a different color, which elevates your card. Just that simple thing. But this is another way to do that where you're not adding more bulk, more weight. If you're mailing it, that might be important to you. I don't know. Now, I'm going to take my punch. I'm going to slip a piece of paper in here and punch out my focal point. And I'm going to do the same thing around this. Okay. So here we go. A little bit of continuity in the card, you know? Now I could have done that in orange or, you know, something else, but I was just feeling the browns today. What are we gonna do? All right, now I think we have everything. Last step is just to stamp our greeting on our focal point, which is just going to be a hey. This is a great bestie card, you know. Hey, what's up? How's it going? You know. And there we go. Now I kind of put that to the side so that, you know, I'm going to have flowers and leaves and all the good stuff, so just giving myself room, I guess. What I'm telling you. So I'm going to bring in the rest of my card pieces. Make sure I have everything. And I'll bring back in our example. Now, I am using craft paper for this. It's kind of a different texture, almost like a paper bag or something, paper box. So I want to really crease it down. And we're just going to throw some glue on the back of this. And center it. on the card front. See, just that little bit of, and you know, it would look really nice if you did mat this with like maybe a thin piece of, you know, like a green or a white. Might really make that pop too. Elevate your card. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, I've already cut out of the paper some leaves with our dies, and I'm just going to stick those down where I think they should live. And I'm not going to glue them because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Hold on. You don't want this stuff to overlap your card because you won't be able to get it in the envelope. So placement is key. All right. Now, I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to put them right over top of those little spindly leaves. And I'll pull off the backing. Now, they're secured, they're not going anywhere. And I have my rose, and you can kind of play with it and see how you like it. And I'm going to take a few extra pieces of dimensionals and put them more towards the outside of my rose. So these ones are inside, and they're doing two purposes. They're securing my flower. They're also securing these leaves, and then this is going to secure even more. Like that. So I didn't have to get my fingers all gluey. These are kind of loosey-goosey and look really popped up and three-dimensional. Now you can play with your little focal point and push it in there, play with it, center it, wherever you want it to live. And for this one, I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue. And just try to line up the edge with this edge so that it will be straight. Let me grab my pick. There we go. Pretty, right? Oh, what am I doing? I'm capping my pick. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. It's Friday, don't judge. Let me put that to the side for a minute. Now, I already stamped and cut out and colored and all that good stuff another little flower for the inside. Because this is going to be a bestie card, I wanted room to write, so I didn't really put a sentiment inside. But if you make this card, you could, of course, put whatever you wanted in there. The most important thing is your heartfelt greeting, right? The card's beautiful. We put a lot of work into it, but there's a purpose. It's to spread love and joy. And to do that, you have to have a message. Okay, so now that part's done, and the last thing we have to do is just add a little bling. So I have these Timid Tiger gems that were left over from our card making class, and I don't want them to get lost. So I used them the other day, and I'm using them today, and I will use these suckers until they are gone. I don't want to waste them, you know? Come on. Let's put one right there. Now I'm breaking my power of 3 today. We're going extra. A card like this, I feel like it can handle it though, you know what I mean? And a little tiny one. I'm going all in. There we go. Look at that. Bling, 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 bling. Love. Actually, I'm going to use this one up so that I can say I did it. Because you know, Kirby would walk away with this little paper with one on it. I'll put that one there. Okay, done. We'll call this the bling card. How about that? It's the Liberace of Stampin' Up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me see where you're going. Hi, Michelle. How you doing? You like it? Good. Thank you, Cheryl. I know, I'm really digging the green. I think this is like a fall vibe for me is why. But I guess it could be summer too. Hi, Cindy. You like the florals? I know, they're so pretty. Now I'm using the Timid Tiger. Remember, that sale is coming up for the in color products. So if you're loving the orange, the Timid Tiger, that those items are going to be on sale. So I always like to point that stuff out because you never know who misses my post or might want to know. But here, do you know how to use gold leaf? You know, I've never used gold leaf. Let me look into it, Cheryl. I don't even have any. I'll have to get some. I know we sold it for a while though. So if I can get my hands on some and figure it out, you'll be the first to know. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to flip up. We'll say goodbye real quick. There we go. It is done, guys. It is Friday. Oh. This week, I don't know what happened. I had a plan, and I did everything pretty much. I'm a little behind on my work, but I'm getting caught up. But I don't know. This week went so quickly that I feel like I didn't get enough accomplished. So I'll catch up on the weekend. That's what I'll do. But, yeah, I think that's it. The things I have to do. So if you're like, okay, it's the 1st, I want to sign up for the free card making, that'll be coming. I will post it next week. Blender Club, guys, it's coming. I'm working on that this weekend, and hopefully I'm going to have my everything, you know, a trip to the post office on Monday. So I have plans. I'm working it, and thank you for being so patient with me. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and it's the first day of the next month. So next week, the first live, I'm going to do our drawing for our top fan of the month for July. Okay, so be looking forward to that. And I'm going to get off of here and go help my family make dinner. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great weekend. And I will talk to you in the comments.